Hello and welcome. So this is going to be a lore reading, or seeing what we've learned, and probably just mucking about. Vartel. In the days before Arlathan, there was a city in the mountains, beloved by Derthaman, keeper of secrets. Its people were wise, he is beyond measure, thanks to his counsel, and the city flourished. Then a high dragon settled in the mountains, and her hunger threatened the city. The elders cried out for Derthaman for protection as the dragon's rampages struck ever closer, and for 3 days and nights the people shut themselves in their homes and watched the skies in dread. On the 4th day, Derthaman heard them. He whispered into the mountains and the fallen trees. The forest gathered, shaping an immense and agile spider-like beast. It was the Vartel. With lightning speed, ferocious strikes, and venomous spit, it drove back the serpent. From then on, it was the guardian of the city and its people. Many years passed. The gods were trapped by varterrel, and the people left to gather in Arlathan. But the Vartel kept its everlasting vigil, guarding Derthaman's city, as it eventually crumbled to dust. To this day it stands there, watching over the rubble. Any travelers foolish enough to wander there find themselves face to face with wrath incarnate. From the Tale of the Varterrel. Varterrel. As told by Gesharel, keeper of the Ralaferan clan of Dalish elves. So it's a tree. Here's how there are also more than one of them, I know. The Demon's Gift. Before the first plight, there lived an old man and woman. One day, a beautiful stranger came to their house seeking shelter. The old man and woman gave her food to eat and a downy mattress to sleep upon. In return, she offered them a golden mirror that would grant them 3 wishes. Looking in the mirror, the woman frowned at her wrinkles and grey hair. "I wish I were young again," she said. Suddenly, the face of fair maiden stared back at her, and the man angrily grabbed the mirror, saying, "You're so selfish. You could have given youth to us both. I wish you weren't so stupid." At once the woman was brilliant beyond measure, and saw that her husband had never loved her. He tolerated her only because her age and ignorance made his own seem less by comparison. Angry now, the woman grabbed the mirror. At the same time they both said, "I hate you. I wish that you get exactly what you deserve." With that, they were back together, both ugly and old, but now knowing exactly how much contempt they had for each other. Warning of be careful what you wish for. Divine Justinian V. Formerly the Reverend Mother Dorothea of Orlais, Divine Justinian V rose to power after the death of Divine Beatrix III, here in the year 934 of the Dragon Age. Little is known of Dorothea's background before she joined the Chantry as an initiate. Within the Grand Cathedral, rivals suggest that her reticence in discussing her past means that she's hiding something. Few of her flock, however, can imagine her as anyone other than a gentle mother of obvious faith. When Beatrix III was felled by a massive stroke, she survived just long enough to put forth Dorothea's name as a candidate for her replacement. Grand clerics from throughout Thedas flocked to Orlais with a grand consensus, a private meeting between the heads of all chantries to select the next divine. Though ritual demanded the decision be unanimous, servants attending the consensus whispered of heated debate over Dorothea's suitability. Her worldly background and her demonstrated forgiveness for sinners were held against her. Ultimately, however, the will of Beatrix III prevailed, and Dorothea began her reign as Justinian V. Yeah, that is something which I feel is often overlooked with clerics. Is that they can have like a past beyond just being a cleric. It's like a soldier could retire to a monastery. There you advance pretty far, and things like that. Flora Harriman's diary. 10th day of Harvestmere. Father's behaving so oddly today. He pinched my buttocks, just reached around the table, and I can't imagine what would make him do such a thing. And to the servant girls as well. Some of The things he says would truly make a sailor blush. I told the maids to lock up the wine, but it hasn't made any difference so far. I'm going to the chantry tonight to pray for him. And that's it for this one. Thank you for watching. Do any relevant things with YouTube's buttons, and have a nice day.